Hello, I am back doing an energy reading for the collective regarding this Taurus new moon. This will be all signs. I'm not going to timestamp it because I just feel like everybody is experiencing this in some way or other. E.g. a collective message. Anyway, I read intuitively. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. My readings are not gender nor sexuality specific. I read the energies of masculine and feminine. Messages for the collective. So I was prompted to do this reading because I got a download that people are repeating the same cycles, and I feel like that this is a continuation of a reading that I did for the masculines, but it's not just for the masculine here. This is like the feminine dominant energy attached to this. That's what it feels like, because I was thinking like cycles, people repeating cycles. It's, I had a dream last night, but anyway, it was just like somebody trying to hold people back, wanting them to still go through the cycles they're going through because they don't want to evolve. And so far that has come out in the two readings that I posted today, water and fire. So, again, I was thinking about the cycles, and I'm like, oh, well, that's that. And then it was like, yeah, but the other side of this is there are feminine energies, dominant feminine energies. It don't always have to be a feminine energy. Still could be a male. Somebody could be in their feminine energy in terms of cycles of pain with this person or a person or a situation, but their role in it is they're a nurse or a purse. Like they either taking care of somebody that's sickly and ain't got it together, or going back and forth, or up in age, and when you got with them you was having to make sure they was good and all this other stuff. And then there are the other half that's just taking care of them like they mama or they daddy. And some people are doing both. And I resonate with this. Not currently, but in the past I resonated with that. So I'm thinking like, well, this is why I'm getting this message. Because even though it's not for me now, I have been there before in my life. But it's just giving cycles being repeated. Cycles being repeated. Bottom of the deck, transformation. This is giving me mask off, but somebody's needs to be awakened. I was gonna say intuition, 13 equated to a 4, but that's not the number for the third eye. But I'm getting like, it's not just intuition. Somebody needs to be awakened. Somebody is still asleep. That's why they keep going through these cycles or whatever of pain. And then the other party in this, they a nurse or a purse. So, but it's cycles of pain for them too. But the pain is more like an inconvenience. It's not really. Some people feel like, well, it ain't really taken away from me. And it's just like, yeah, but are you fully aware of that? Is it not a take? Okay, so if you're a purse, it's not taken away from you financially. But if you're a nurse, that's finance. And when I say nurse, I don't mean you a certified nurse. I mean you are the caretaker for this person. Whether you with somebody that's so inconsistent in your life, but they come in when they need nurturing, like they sick, they tired, they sleepy or whatever. They can be around you and your energy and go to sleep and feel safe. They can't do that with everybody, but that's who they spend their time with, for those who's resonating with this. But when it comes to them getting rest or being healed or being nurtured after some detriment after a battle that they lost, I'm talking about like in the streets, in the sheets, in the workplace, they come towards you. So it's just giving like, you spending too much. Like some people like, well, it ain't my money. And then the people it is they money, it's like, but I got it though. I could afford it. Ain't tricking if you got it. But this is not a tricking situation. Although some of y'all may be with 304s or was with 304s, You know, and when I say was with 304s, they ain't 304 no more, because you got the purse strings, and they know they choosing money. Money over sex, money over relationships, money over family. These are 3 cards that came out in regards to what I'm just talking about. But some people are not okay, and they not realizing, like, some people sleep. Especially if you feel like, oh, well, it ain't costing me much because I got it. Yeah. But is that your heart's desire, though? You can only spend time, be around. They only fuck with you. How it resonates. When you paying for everything. When you buying everything. But I'm hearing this is a relationship, though. Like an intimate relationship. And that makes sense with this harmony with this 6. This is the Lover's card. Balance is restored. Balance is being restored. But I feel like somebody is coming out of this when they was a nurse or a purse. Excuse me, or a nurse and a purse. Because when I resonated with this situation, I was both. Very not in alignment, not listening to myself, not putting myself first. You know, basically lost myself for this person, for this situation. But it really wasn't about the person or the situation, because like I said, this is a couple, or used to be a couple for those who was resonating with this. But right now it's a couple. It's an intimate partnership. Gender, sexuality does not matter. But it's just given, like, it really wasn't for this person. It's just that they were triggering me, you know, in some senses. In other senses, it was a cycle. It was a karma. It was generational trauma that needed to be healed on my end. And that's, however you're resonating with this, that's what this is. Because this is in the middle of it, emotional loss, where you overgiving. Whether you overgiving through nurture and providing and taking care of them when they sick and making sure they get here and get there. And it ain't even got to be no sickly person. Some people resonate with this in terms of a person that has been trigger warning diagnosed with cancer, or they say they was diagnosed with cancer. And I'm saying that because that's what it feel like. Some people may have been, and some people may just be lying, you know. But they felt like them saying that it was a cancer, or something as detrimental, or potentially detrimental, because cancer is not a death sentence. But potentially detrimental. They felt like that was going to make them beholden to them. It's giving Ammonite, cycles. This is something that they've done in their past lives. This is something they've done in their past lives. Like, come up with these sicknesses and illnesses that make people beholden to them. For those who resonate with the one that's lying, some people, this may be in fact true. And you're nurturing them and you're nursing them, but it's not reciprocal. It's unbalanced. Some people could be dealing with rejections, where people feel like, I am sick, so you should do this because we related, or I loved you, I took care of you. Like, you ain't got to be the same person. But my thing is, if you cause somebody sickness, and people like, well, how can somebody else cause cancer? If you constantly keeping them in cycles that are detrimental to them, like, you know, because this is the thing, they're responsible too. Like I said, I was responsible. It wasn't just this person. It was cycles that I needed to heal on my own even before them. But normally, when you are being a cancer in somebody's life, and I'm not talking about the zodiac, I'm talking about the illness, the dis-ease. When you're being a cancer in somebody's life, you usually know it. You know it. You know you doing too much. You got them going through changes. I got that bitch running. That bitch trying to woo. This ninja trying to please me in every which way. I got them on, man. They on my heels. I'm spinning them. Whatever your motivation is. When you know you causing a problem or disruption, even if they ain't peeped it yet, because you a taker. And for those who are doing this, you a taker. whatever your motivation is not in alignment. It's not in alignment with you or them, but also at the same time, you know what you're doing. You know it's disrupting them. You know it's depleting them, whether they the nurse or the purse, you know it. And at the same time, for those who's resonating with that side where like, yeah, I know I be using them. Because the thing is, in some relationships, especially relationship dynamics like this, once it ends, once the cycle's complete, you know, or I'm going to say end, the cycle ain't even complete yet. Y'all just ended. The first thing the Cancer starts saying is like, well, I didn't use you. Who said anything about that? You know, but then I guess when you're trying to get that closure, people go off of like, well, you saying this and you were supposed to do this and all this other stuff. But the thing is, it's just like whoever used whoever, because that really ain't the real issue, because everybody participated in this. The Cancer over here, the chaos that was brought in, they know when they're being a disruption and detracting. And that's how we got on this, because people like, how can I cause cancer? You can cause cancer by seeing that what you're doing to a person, the way you're wielding your love, is causing instability in them. It's causing sickness in them. It's causing chaos in them. And even if it's the type where it's all in their head, for those small percentage that resonated with that, like I'm really positive, but they view their perception, their trauma blinders won't let them see that I'm really 10 toes down with them. You still need to swerve. Because like I said, everybody involved here, whether you the nurse or the person, you the one going through the cycles of pain, like I said, resonating with the last collective reading that I did. Because I feel like this is the other half. Regardless of where you resonate with this, it's still cycles. It's still cycles on the nurse and purse and the other side of this. It's still cycles. It's emotional loss. It's old cycles playing out in ancestry and past lives and love relationships currently. There's a pattern here where somebody overgives and somebody overtakes. And I feel like in this situation, the fingers are being pointed at one another. I mean, because we just came out of a, was it Libra full moon? Now we're in Taurus new moon. I think I said that right in the beginning of the video. We're in Taurus new moon. And Taurus is ruled by Venus relationships or whatever. But Taurus also likes luxury. They also like, you know, I'm going to say give and take. And I'm saying that more so because we still in the energy of that Libra full moon with the balance. And then most people like Tauruses can be stubborn. They can be stubborn, you know, I'm sure. As we all can, but they can be stubborn. But I just feel like their patience is so long. Like by the time, you know, certain ones, and not all, but certain ones get to the being stubborn, it's like they didn't give you so much rope to hang yourself. But like I said, in this situation, as that may be side note, however you resonating with it, they're pointing at each other. Like, which way you gonna go? You know, it's you, you did this, well, y'all all did something. Balance is coming in here, though. Positive movement forward. There's going to be a separation. And some people not feeling like it's a separation. Clarify this in the 3D for those who are resonating with this in terms of what chakra. So I'm asking for what chakra because that can give me the idea of what kind of cycle, like to pinpoint this more directly. But the positive moving forward, this is 8. It's giving wholeness, but it's also giving karma, and it's also giving abundance. And it's the ruling planet is Saturn. But this is the thing, Saturn is that Aquarius? That's Aquarius energy. And that makes sense because Aquarius, air sign, about that information. Somebody's getting a clue. Like, they're really getting a clue. They're really getting a clue. They seeing people's patterns, whether this could be you crushing on a co-worker, a celebrity, the neighbor 5 doors over. Somebody getting a clue, and they're retracting that energy. But I just feel like messages. What chakra are these cycles related to? All right. There's some finger pointing, and everybody that's involved in this, I feel like, for those who resonating with this, both sides, y'all sleep. Y'all need to wake up. Y'all need this time. Yeah, it's time to wake up. Okay, I was told not to take that. It's time to wake up. Relationships, clarifying harmony. Isn't that interesting? I said this is about a relationship. We have, I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. This is somebody in ego, because this is just giving me the using energy. This is somebody in ego, but they also use their intuition to help them manipulate, get over, and, you know, they're going to study you for a minute, and they're going to program you too. They're going to program you too. Like, they could be saying, like, don't switch up, don't switch up. You know, I had a person tell me that in a relationship. I mean, it's come up in relationships, but I feel like this person said this a lot. Don't switch up, don't switch up. But, and that was the programming, but it didn't really need, I didn't need that because I wasn't going to switch up. But they was just basically projecting because they switched up. Everything I said I showed them that. But then also, I gave leverage, I gave patience, and then I became stubborn like Taurus. Like, nah, I'm good. But as it relates to this video, the nurse or purse, and the cycles of pain, the last collective one, this person is very much in their ego. But I just feel like with this light color yellow, they burning the candle at both ends. Like it's about to, grandmama, your light out. It's about to go out. And their intuition, somebody could be trying to come back in and create this harmony and say, oh, we twin flames, blah, blah, blah. And then on the other half, those who resonating with all of this from the past that's out of these cycles, their true partnership could be coming in. And that's going to increase their self-esteem. But anyway, somebody could be using their intuition, trying to come back in, acting like we together, we twin flames, we divine partnership. Because with this lighter yellow here, the solar plexus, the ego, the element for solar plexus is fire. It's not as bright. Like, they burning the candle at both ends. Like, it's just not that fire. They ain't got it no more. The light is about to be out. And they know intuitively where they can go for this. For that nurturing. For that nurse. It's going to be interesting. Because some of these doors is going to be closed. But like this is third chakra imbalances. This is solar plex. The element is fire. Third chakra imbalances. The cycles that I feel like, for those who resonating with this message, both of y'all going through. The Cancer, the one that acts as a Cancer and causes the chaos, and the nurse or purse. Whichever one or both. Yeah, somebody trying to come back in, and intuitively they know where to go. They've always used their intuition. It's just giving magician energy. And I feel like those who are out of this, it's like, okay, this ended a long time for me. And somebody still could be trying to come in, but those who are not in the nurse and the purse energy anymore, and their Cancer energy, they could notice this about somebody else. Like, man, they burning the candles at both ends. You know what? They repeating cycles to the point where it's just like, you know, I don't really like them no more. I don't know. Maybe I gotta consider, like, should I want to be motivated by them, and, you know, things of that nature. However it resonates. We have peace here. I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. Healing needs to come. This is healing needs to come. This is all this is. Healing needs to come. Yeah, healing needs to come. But I'm doing a class on that, how to release what no longer serves you, negative energy. Healing needs to come. That's going to equate this change, you know, with this heart energy. And I just feel like it'll also heal the secondary heart chakra. Like, so to start this off, you know, definitely get you some ammonite and put your intentions in it to help you heal, to help you understand, to help you clarify. I'm hearing glorify something, so that so somebody could be trying to come in, this past relationship trying to come in, trying to glorify what you used to be. Like if you say I used to be a 304, they may be trying to, you know. But anyway, it's a fucking distraction. Let me get on to this message. This is, you can start wearing pink. That's the secondary chakra. The color for the heart chakra is green, and the secondary chakra color is pink. And you can start doing pink and focusing on self-love. But yeah, you release with the full moon, but you have to do it properly. There's a way to do it. I mean, there's a foundation way, and then there's a particular way for everybody else, what works for you based off of your spirit guides, your ancestry, all of that. The planet gonna work the same, but you know, it's based off your birth chart, and you don't have to know that to get into it. I just feel like intuitively it'll come to you as you move through the releasing. But anyway, the positive movement forward. Like I said, some people don't want to see this positive movement forward. They don't want, because things need to end. This is a 9-year. This is a year of completion. Somebody, like, this will be endings, but some people are not. It's going to be what you make it. Like, if you feel like this is a detriment, this ending to this nurse and purse, and these cycles of pain on both ends, not gender specific or sexuality. Like, if you feel like this is going to be detrimental, this ending, then it will be. It will be a tower moment. But if you feel like, okay, this ending, well, let me look to the horizon. Well, I could do this. This frees me up to do this, or I could heal me, or I could just get some rest. If you look at it like that, then that's what it's going to be. You know, if you perceive it as this is happening to you versus happening for you, it's gonna be, it's just giving Nas, what's that song? Life is what you make, and Ninja, we gonna make it. I forget the name of it, or the whole chorus, but he say something about life is what you make it, and we gonna take it. I can't remember. Anyway, is it on Illmatic? It might be on Illmatic, or the one that got Ether on it, or it could be Nas I Am. I don't remember. All right. Positive movement forward. But this is giving root chakra so far. This is heart chakra. But like I said, this resonated with heart chakra. This is solar plexus. I feel like with this though, releasing with the full moon and healing your heart chakra and healing, because that's what needs to come on both sides of this. That's why it's in the middle. The speaking about things, whether you speak to the person in the situation, whether you speak to yourself, whether you speak out loud to your ancestors, whether you speak to God, however you do you, utilize that throat chakra. And when you do this releasing, when you know you're writing it down or however you're doing, you want to speak it out into the universe. You know, I release it. Know it, feel it, see it, be it, visualize it. We have growth here. Like I said, it's going to be, separation is needed, but it's going to be what you make it. We have growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Like I said, so far I did 2 readings, fire and a water sign. And there was one, the fire sign, somebody was really trying to like literally stop their growth. And the same in the water sign, but it was more so the water sign, it was like a relationship. It was just like moving forward. But I guess that could be in any aspect though. You know, because I felt like the Aries one may have been more about, the fire one, which was Aries, may have been more about business, relationships, family, like, you know, take it how it resonates. But the separation will be good. It's just giving 8 of Cups. walking away, sailing away, like, oh, okay, it's over. All right, cool. Because some people also, the ones that's burning the blame at both ends, really in their ego in a toxic way. The Cancer in this, that's using their intuition and have used their intuition to manipulate, control, take, or whatever. They know that things are coming to an end. So they, like I said, they're looking for a new source. And for those who are past this nurse and purse energy, there could be somebody coming back for them too. But then also, some of people, more to do with this collective, I feel like there are some people that are just switching. You know, they're switching. This could be crossroads. I'm going over here, I'm going over here. And then earlier it came out as like you point at each other, it's your fault, it's your fault. But some people could just be switching sources. Some people could just literally be switching sources. Some people could just be like, okay, well, the next nurse or person I get, they gonna have less kids, or I'm finna switch over here because I already know this one over here ain't really feeling me. I didn't wore out that welcome, and you know, this one right now on my face, like, they looking like a better option. I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Now, this could go both ways. You know, it could be reciprocal. But I'm talking about the person that is not in reciprocal. I'm talking about that one that's bringing you chaos, that's going through the cycles of pain and things of that nature. Because I know there's something about somebody that, you know, I used to look at and be motivated by. And it's more so the old them is motivating. But I noticed, like, they do cycles. 1 minute they broadcast they're in a relationship. Next minute they broadcast they need healing. 1 minute they broadcast they're in a relationship. Next thing they broadcast they need healing. And usually when the healing pops out, 5 minutes later the relationship pops out. So that's a nurse. Because if I need to heal me, how am I trying to get to know you? Especially when these are new partners. Some people are like, well, this is an old partner. It don't matter. You need to, if you trying to heal you in any aspect, whether it be mind, body, spirit, energy, aura, psychology, finances, whatever, you don't need to be sharing. You don't need to be trying to get nothing new. 2727 on the timer. If you trying to budget and rework a budget and figure out what you got working with, what you working with financially, what you buying something new for, what you taking on new debt for. Especially something that's just like over your spending money, you know. And some people got their money that they spend and they just indulge with, especially if it's over your spending money or puts a dent in your spending money. And you know you still like your money that you could just spend and kick it and do whatever with, like, But this separation, positive movement forward, the positive separation, excuse me. And this is some people leaving a cycle behind. Have you resonate with this? This positive separation will cause the sleep to be awakened. It's giving the sleeper awakens. It's just giving doom. I had this person that tried to act like they was all authentic and higher consciousness and all this other stuff, right? And I showed them Doom. Me and my father used to watch Doom since I was a kid. Like, we watched Doom, the original Doctor Who. And I showed them Doom. Because they was like, they like sci-fi. They like stuff that's higher conscious and all this other stuff. So we watched it, right? And at the end, they was like, what the fuck was that? And I was just like, hold on. And this is when the thread started, like, tearing. And this is when the threads, it was already tearing. But this caused a tear, too. And I was like, you don't know what that is? Or, like, what did I just watch? They was like, what the fuck was that? What did I just watch? And I was like, you don't know what that is? And my face said more than my consciousness at the time. And then I had to reflect back on it, because my face was like, side-eyeing, but my consciousness didn't click like this false flag a motherfucker. But when I reflected back on it, it was like, oh, that's when the mask slid off. It slid off because I was like, you don't know what that is? And then they was like, oh, yeah, I know. Lies. Anyway, I'm finna go. Thank you for coming to my Ebony Talk. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. And this separation is going to be all good. It's positive movement forward. Definitely root chakra energy. That's your first chakra. That's where your bloodline, your ancestors is. Like, yeah, this is growth. And I'm also getting, because this is a yellowish orange. So this is giving sacral and solar plexus with that throat there. It's going to do some healing. And it's not linear, so be cool, be patient, and trust yourself, even if you got guides. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I'm talking about these guides in the 3D. I ain't talking about your ancestors. I ain't getting into that, respectfully. You know, unless it's a one-on-one reading. But yeah, I'm talking about like everybody out here, like including myself. You have to trust you. What it feels like for you first, intuitively. Thank you. Bye.